Hey guys, welcome back. I have to get my recording thing all set up, so give me a sec. Make sure I don't have any glitches in my recording. There we go. Okay, so what were we doing? Climbing. Right.
But looking back on it now,
Ish.
if she told me there was going to be so much climbing,
Yeah.
I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
But why then? Why the crap are you climbing? Be careful. Crazy girl. You're lucky you don't fall through the glass. Well, okay. How do we get up? Ladder. There we go.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
Mirror matches.
They were both pretty intense.
Oh, hi there, Mr. Bear. How are you today?
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime. Perfect.
Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it?
I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's this. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are. Hey!
That's a keeper.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Now, to tell you the truth.
Dad!
Good eyes, Dawn. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Turn up. Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Great shot, Dawn! I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay?
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally
so...
normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Damn.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Shit, dude. Damn.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
If you guys hear a lot of noise from coming outside, I've got my window open drying my Mother's Day thing that I made my mom. Have to dry it before I can wash it so she can use it. Oh no, it's the baby, the 1-year-old. Oh dear.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Hand over, Gregory. It's time to... Hold on, sweetie. Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
Oh, come
I
on.
wonder what he saw.
One more.
What his world was like.
Thank you.
He reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination. Whatever it was he saw, it sure made him happy. I know how silly it sounds. But I worried about a baby being too happy. But I could feel her slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Oh no. Oh fuck. You serious?
I wish you could have
Oh
told us
no.
about the world he saw. There's so much I don't understand about Gregory. About everything.
Oh, God. Oh no.
But I know what happened wasn't your fault.
Right.
I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
Oh man.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
I'm okay.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, "We don't need a stepmom," were the words that
I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Oh, Gus. Oh, jeez.
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Oh dear.
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry calm. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder." I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, Just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
Yeah.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Oh, man.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
I never want to see another baby drowned in my life. My cousin was, I don't even think she was 3 years old yet, died that way.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
I think if she had survived, she'd probably be in her 20s, maybe even 30 by now.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died. My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Louis was born a year later.
Oh, man. So you guys were solar paneled, I see. Very nice.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
So you guys were growing plants, it looks like? Louis was doing food. Milton
And to see kids in the
was
house
doing
again.
whatever he was doing. Maybe tomatoes for you. And your mom was... who knows? Nothing's labeled.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
Louis rules. Edith was trying to think of all of the family members.
But it didn't last.
Well, what was Milton doing? I only see Louis and Edith.
Beginning of the year
Jiminy's.
was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle. After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
And no death date because you don't know if he died.
I think Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family.
Yeah? Interesting room, though.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush. I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Oh.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors. Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out. Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Louis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room, until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Louis. He's the one that was a year
Everyone
younger
always
than
told me
me.
to stay out of Louis's room, except Louis. Louis's room smelled very, very familiar. That
You
part of
were
it
a
lived on.
hippie, huh?
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Louis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Louis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander. I asked him to describe it. He said he started small.
Yeah, you have
Imagining
to
a
use both
labyrinth.
thumbsticks to move him. Jeez.
He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads.
I'm confused.
And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head,
Oh, that was cool.
but he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him.
Oh, no.
It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians.
Stuck on a
and songs for them to play.
bucket.
He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him. At all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination.
Yeah,
he could do
that's
whatever
what
he
I was
wished.
afraid of.
He held an election for mayor. And he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering.
Yep.
It became a game for him.
Oh, I need a... right.
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville.
Neat.
St. Louis.
Heh.
He started drifting away from our reality.
Yeah.
Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery.
Oh, yeah. There it is. That's what I was worried about.
Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
Sorry, Mom. Can't do nothing. Gotta keep chopping.
In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a
I'm going this way.
handsome queen. The queen was on her own quest for
I want to go that way.
sinister serpents.
Ah, nope, I missed one.
He followed the sound of her silver harp.
Missed one.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. even then, his logic remained sound.
Uh-oh. Took over his mind.
He knew the world was all in his imagination.
This is so... I can't focus on this.
But
What
he
the
was so
hell?
proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king. For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming.
Oh no. Poor Lewis.
And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon,
Yep.
but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace.
Damn.
My imagination is as real as my body, he told me.
Yeah.
It's hard to argue with him.
Oh no. Damn. This game, man, makes you get the feels. It's like, what is that, a Nintendo?
He began to forget the world we know.
Oh man, Lewis. Why, my dude, why?
I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
Jeez, mental issues are always the worst.
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt. I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his
Oh, dear.
companions. Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising him.
Molly! You a giant cat.
His queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head.
Really? Lewis, buddy. Oh no.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Oh no. Your family.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Edith, what is up with your family? Alright guys, we're at that half hour, so I will leave this here and bring you another one tomorrow. See ya!